A few meters away from the shrine of Imam Ali alayhi salam, I have come to visit a famous library. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Marji' Sheikh Jaffer Kashif al-Ghita. He was known Kashif al-Ghita because of his famous book, 4 volumes of his Risala A'amaliya. This Risala was for his followers, as he was the Marji' of the time. He was known Kashif al-Ghita after he wrote this famous book. Inshallah, I will be visiting the library to get to know this great Marji'.
The holy city of Najaf is honored to have the shrine of the Prince of Faithful Imam Ali, peace be upon him, the capital city of Islamic science, the destination of scholars and students from all over the world, eager for both scientific and religious Islamic knowledge. It is for this reason the esteemed scholar Sheikh Jaffer ibn Yahya al-Maliki, a direct descendant of the famous companion Malik al-Ashtar, who fought alongside Imam Ali on numerous occasions, moved from the city of Al-Hilla to Najaf in the early half of the 12th century. His son Sheikh Jaffer ibn Jaffer ibn Yahya al-Maliki was born in 1156 AH, the year 1743, inside the holy city of Al-Najaf al-Ashraf, near the holy shrine. Sheikh Jaffer spent his entire life learning and teaching the Islamic sciences and was quickly regarded as one of the leading authorities in Shia jurisprudence. Following the death of Sayyid Mahdi Bahr al-Ulum in 1797, Sheikh Jaffer, now at the age of 54, was taken as the supreme religious authority of the Shia world. He also authored numerous texts used in the Islamic seminary, the most famous of which was called Kashif al-Ghita, the uncovering of the truth. So fundamental a piece of work, this grew into. Sheikh Jaffer became known as Sheikh Kashif al-Ghita, a name assumed as a surname by the rest of his family. As the supreme religious authority for the Shia, he also led the defense of Najaf against the raiding Wahhabis in 1807. Ayatollah Sheikh Jaffer Kashif al-Ghita was one of the most knowledgeable in the field of Islamic jurisprudence. It is said that he could summarize all the books on this subject. His strong memory and analytical work were second to none. What's more, he was also known for his sincere worship. He'd be awake late at night into the early hours, offering the night prayers and spending time communicating with Allah.
It was this famous book, his jurisprudence book, 4 volumes known as Kashf al-Ghita. This was written by him when he became a Marji'. Because of this book, he was given the title Kashf al-Ghita. If to be translated, it means removing the veil. And it was 4 volumes of this book that made this Marji' famous. And we are here today in his library, inshallah, and we will take a tour around the library and meet the people behind the work here.
The library was established by the Sheikh during his own lifetime and contains all his personal books and his research material. The first step to establish the Institute of Great Manuscripts was in 1993 during the rule of Saddam, who had placed some of the most difficult condition on the scholars in Najaf. It was in those trying times that a group of youth endeavored to establish the Department of Manuscripts alongside the library of Kashif al-Ghita. With a few enthusiasts and some basic scanning equipment that collected digital images, they were able to create a software that collected copies of all the data. In 1993, the manuscripts would all be located and scanned, as well as manuscripts from the Kashif al-Ghita family found in other libraries. Since the fall of the regime in 2003, the library has progressed immensely. With the greater levels of freedom, it had come along leaps and bounds. It is now one of the most famous libraries in Najaf, visited by both students of the seminary and researchers from all over the world.
مكتبة كاشف الغطاء العامة تعد هذه المكتبة من أهم المكتبات وأعرقها في النجف الأشرف لما تحتويه من تراث عظيم سواء كان المخطوط أو المطبوع. ويعود تاريخ تأسيس هذه المكتبة إلى زمن حياة الشيخ الكبير الشيخ جعفر كاشف الغطاء، مؤسس هذه الأسرة العلمية، المتوفي سنة 1228 هجرية. واللبنة الأولى هي كانت مكتبة شخصية في بيته المعروف بالبيت الكبير الذي يحوي السرداب الوهابي، وله قصة طويلة وتاريخ عميق. والشيخ كانت تعتبر مكتبته الشخصية، وباعتبار أن العائلة متسلسلة علمية من مرجع إلى مرجع ومن مجتهد إلى مجتهد، توارثت هذه المكتبة وأضافت إليها الجزء الكبير من المخطوطات المهمة، بحيث أذكر لكم أن هناك نسخة تعتبر أقدم نسخة لمخطوطة كتاب الاستبصار للشيخ الطوسي، وقد قابلها حفيده المشهدي على نسخة المؤلف نفسها طبق الأصل، وهي نسخة نفيسة وتعتبر أقدم نسخة في العالم. وهناك أيضا تحتوي على مخطوطات مهمة ونادرة، قطعة من كتاب التذكرة للعلامة الحلي لابن فهد الحلي، ولعلماء متعددين، نسخ كثيرة جدا. وبعد بداية مسألة الطباعة، يعني انتشار الطباعة في العالم، وعلماء النجف لم يكونوا بعيدين عن الطباعة، فبدأوا باقتناء الكتب المطبوعة وتم إضافتها إلى المكتبة، فبدأت تتوسع بالكتب المطبوعة والمخطوطة حتى وصلت إلى زمن الشيخ هادي، سماحة آية الله الشيخ هادي كاشف الغطاء، أضاف إليها كتب حديثة جديدة. وثم من ولده سماحة آية الله الشيخ محمد رضا الكاشف الغطاء نسخ مهمة ونادرة، وحتى من المجلات العالمية الشيخ آية الله الشيخ محمد رضا كاشف الغطاء كان يتقصاها، الإصدارات التي كانت تصدر في أوروبا وأمريكا، وهي نسخ طبعت في الأزمنة الماضية والقديمة وتعتبر النسخ الأولى. أذكر لكم من الأمور المهمة على نحو الاستطراد، فيها نسخة لكتاب صحيح البخاري، وهي نسخة قديمة أو أول طبعة لصحيح البخاري في العالم. وأيضا كتب شيعية، كتب من مختلف المذاهب والأديان. فكما تعلم أنه المكتبة الشيعية وبالخصوص منفتحة على كل الكتب، سواء للمذهب الإمامي الاثنى عشري وحتى المذاهب الأخرى والأديان الأخرى، وهذا ما يميز المذهب بالخصوص. من كثير مما يأتون من الزيارات من أهل الخارج، من خارج المكتبة، سواء من المحافظات أو من خارج العراق، وكان من مذهب آخر أو من دين آخر، يتفاجأ أن هناك نسخ من مذهبه أو من ديانته قد لا توجد في مكتباتهم من النسخ القديمة والطبعات المهمة والنادرة.
At the start of the 19th century, Wahhabism as a practical ideology began gaining momentum, particularly in the Arabian Peninsula. The alliance between Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab and Muhammad ibn Saud created a following who practiced a very literal hard line of the religion, who considered other sects of Islam heretical, particularly the Shia. On the day of Al-Ghadir in 1215 AH, the year 1801, Wahhabi militants led by Saud ibn Abdul Aziz launched a surprise raid on the holy city of Karbala, looting the shrines and killing thousands of people. Some reports suggest as many as 5,000 were killed in total. The group then headed towards Najaf. When Sheikh Jaffer found out, he organized a small group of civilians and seminary students to defend the holy shrines. They managed to repel their advances, fighting them out of the city. 5 years later, the Wahhabis returned, and this time Sheikh Jaffer, now 64 years old, personally led the charge against the enemy onslaught, causing it to retreat. His fight did not end there. He was the first scholar to write a theological challenge to the beliefs of the Wahhabi movement called Minhaj al-Irshad.
As soon as you come into the library, you will see an exhibition of some of the manuscripts that are here. These manuscripts include the Holy Quran, books written that are being taught in the Hawza, in the Islamic seminary today. And inshallah, the visitor can see all these manuscripts in front of them, and the library is known for the many manuscripts. It has some over 800 or 900 years old. Of course, this library is famous for its manuscripts department, but also you will notice that the foundation or library has written many books that are here for sale. Some of these books are encyclopedias into many important topics, like the similarities between Christians and Muslims. And this was written after there was a conference in Lebanon. Another is about the Iraqi and Iranian politics. Another is about the attacks made back around 100 or 200 years ago against the holy cities of Najaf and Karbala by Wahhabis, for example. And all these are documented in many books, and some of these books are for sale.
المكتبة بدأت بالتوسع وازدياد عدد كتبها إلى أن وصلت إلى جدنا سماحة الشيخ آية الله العظمى الشيخ علي كاشف الغطاء، وأرفدها بمجموعة كتب أيضا مهمة وجيدة، وإلى أن هذا كله كانت في بيته، بيت الشيخ الكبير الشيخ جعفر كاشف الغطاء، حتى تم القرار إلى نقلها إلى مكان آخر حتى تكون مكان عام وأسهل وصولا للباحثين والمحققين، وهي مقابل حرم أمير المؤمنين صلوات الله وسلامه عليه، وتعتبر من أقرب المكتبات للحرم الشريف. يستطيع الباحث بشكل سلس ويسير زيارتها والاستفادة منها. المكتبة بدأت بالتطور من خلال سماحة آية الله، من خلال سماحة آية الله الشيخ علي كاشف الغطاء، ومن ثم ولده الدكتور الشيخ عباس كاشف الغطاء بتطويرها وإدخال الأجهزة الحديثة. المتولي الحالي لهذه المكتبة أضاف إليها الفهرسة الإلكترونية، أضاف إليها مسألة مميزة عن المكتبات النجفية، وهي الاستعارة الخارجية الموثقة باسترجاع الكتاب. هذا ما يميز المكتبة بشكل خاص، يعني باعتبار أنه يستطيع الباحث أن يقتني الكتاب ويأخذه لمحل سكنه ويطالعه لمدة لا تتجاوز 3 أيام، مع وضع مستمسك تحتفظ به إدارة المكتبة حتى استرجاع الكتاب لاسترجاع مستمسكه.
The Kashif al-Ghata library is one of the closest libraries to the shrine of Imam Ali, peace be upon him. Unique in its operational organization, the library allows members of the public to borrow books. No other library in Najaf has such a system. All the student has to do is leave his ID card at the library as a safety deposit thus allowing him the chance to borrow books for a specific time.
The first part of the library consists of these books here on the right and the left. History, jurisprudence, aqaid, doctrine. And these books are about 100 to 150 years old. The print is known as al-tab' al-hajari in Arabic. Most of these books are printed, so they're not manuscripts. And some of them are in fact over 100 years old.
The center of Shia learning had shifted from Najaf to Karbala. However, when Sheikh Jaffer Kashif al-Ghita began teaching in Najaf, the city of Amir al-Mo'imineen once again acquired its former glory. Sheikh Jaffer was a noted theologian, linguist and poet. However, his greatest contribution to Shia academia came in the form of his writing Kashif al-Ghita, a major authority in Islamic jurisprudence, and as previously mentioned, Sheikh Jaffer became known by the title of this book, and so too were his offsprings who assumed Kashif al-Ghita as the family name. A true scholar, Sheikh Jaffer was renowned for his piety and humbleness. Between the two congregational prayers, he would walk around the mosque and collect funds for the needy. His family members narrate how he would often stay up all night in prayer in remembrance of God. He also made a point to travel all over Iraq and Iran, preaching the message of the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, to the masses. What's more, he trained several prominent scholars and jurists, including Sheikh al-Jawahiri, Sayyid Jawad Amili, and Mullah Ahmed Narraqi. Likewise, his three sons, Sheikh Musa, Sheikh Ali, and Sheikh Hassan, also became prominent jurists who reached the level of ijtihad, where they could issue religious rulings to the masses. They also took part in the political developments of their time. His eldest son, Sheikh Musa, mediated between the Ottoman Empire and the Persians during the 1820s. In Rajab 1228 AH, the year 1813, Sheikh Jaffer Kashif al-Ghita passed away from this world. An outpour of grief throughout the city of Najaf. He was laid to rest near the shrine of Amir al-Mo'imineen, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. After him, his descendants, both male and female, continued his legacy of religious scholarship and propagation, many of whom became leading scholars, preachers, and jurists. In fact, the leadership of the people of Iraq remained in the hands of the Kashif al-Ghita family for generations to come.
ما يميز المكتبة أيضا هي النظام الرقمي، النظام الديجيتال. المشروع الأول هو إدخال جميع عناوين المكتبة إلى الحاسوب أولا، وهذا المتبع في أغلب المكتبات المحلية والعالمية. لكن هناك ما يميز النظام الرقمي الذي كانت لنا فكرة، إدارة المكتبة لها فكرة في وضع هذا البرنامج، وهو إدخال فهارس الكتاب، باعتبار أن الباحث عندما يأتي لمراجعة موضوع معين أغلب ما يتم البحث عنه سيرش هو عنوان الكتاب. يعني هو عنده موضوع مثلا في العولمة، قد تجد هناك كتب لم تسمى عناوينها بالعولمة، لكن فهارس مواضيعها تناولت بحث العولمة. فعند إدخال الفهرسة للكتاب على النظام الفهرسة الحاسوب الديجيتال، يستطيع الباحث الفهرسة بعناوين الكتاب ومواضيع التي تناولها الكتاب. هذا ما يميز المكتبة. أضف إلى ذلك أنه الخطوة الأخرى إنهاء الاستعارة الخارجية لأصل الكتاب من خلال تصوير الكتاب على النظام الرقمي وإعطائه على القرص الليزري. يعني الباحث بعد ما يحتاج أن يأخذ أصل الكتاب، بل يأخذ قرص مصور عن جميع صفحات الكتاب. أضف إلى ذلك الخطوات التي الآن عاملين عليها، وهي على تحميل جميع كتب المكتبة الرقمية، المصورات الرقمية على الموقع الويب سايت، بحيث أي شخص يستطيع أن يدخل إلى الموقع يتصفح هذه المكتبة بشكلها العام من خلال الصفحات المؤرشفة على نظام الديجيتال المدخل على الويب سايت.
What distinguishes this library is behind the library we have a school. Of course, they are still building the school. There are students here, around 40 students from around the world, some from Africa, some from the subcontinent, that are studying Islamic studies. So they can stay here, they can eat here, and their classes are here. Once it's finished and completed, the school can take up to 100 or more students, all learning the Islamic studies. This was established first by Sheikh Mahdi Kashif al-Ghita, the grandson of Sheikh Jaffer Kashif al-Ghita.
The most prominent of the Kashif al-Ghita family in the 20th century was Muhammad Hussein Kashif al-Ghita, who passed away in 1954. He had reached the level of marji'iyya, supreme religious authority, and had followers throughout the Shia world. He was the author of numerous books covering various Islamic sciences, printed in both Arabic and Persian. His books stressed the importance of Islamic unity and frequently discussed the ideal Islamic society. He traveled to Hijaz, Syria, and Egypt, and even lectured at Al-Azhar University in Cairo. In 1909, he published a book, Al-Din wal-Islam, or Al-Da'wa al-Islamiyya, Religion and Islam, or the Islamic Call, which called for a revival of Islam and its purification from recent trends of extremism and superstition. Like the generations that had preceded him, Muhammad Hussein Kashif al-Ghita also participated in Iraqi politics, particularly in the 20s and 30s. As a forward thinker, he introduced reforms to the madrasas, religious college in Najaf. In 1931, Muhammad Hussein attended the Muslim Congress in Jerusalem, becoming the first Shia mujtahid to take part in such a meeting, and even led the prayers at the opening ceremony at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Following World War II, Muhammad Hussein would speak out against the dangers of communism, and in 1953 he held talks with the British and American ambassadors to Iraq to the various communist influences amongst the Shia youth. After a lifetime of service to the school of the Ahlul Bayt, he finally passed away in 1954, aged 70.
The library is divided into 3 floors. Inshallah, we will go on to the first floor to see the continuation of the library. Another thing that distinguishes this library from many other libraries is that you can borrow books and take them home. Many libraries actually don't let the books to leave the library. But here, you can borrow any book you want, leave a document, an ID, and you can have the book for up to 3 to 5 days, as long as you return it. In this department, the workers, the employees of the library, actually take these documents and manuscripts, take a picture, and then put them on the computer. They then put them in an index sort of form in a database and then upload them onto their website. So for researchers, students, they can go onto the website and they can check the manuscript they want or the document that they are looking for, and they can see what the document has, and then it can either be downloaded or sent to them by the library if they contact them.
As previously mentioned, the first department that developed from the library was that of manuscript treasures. It was established to collect and preserve the heritage of hundreds of years of scholarship, years and years of hard work and dedication spanning various different Islamic sciences. Unfortunately, however, the political climate under Saddam made this task very difficult. The Ba'athist government used all its power and influence to destroy these treasures. Many works of great scholars were looted, damaged, and even destroyed. At the same time, other manuscript collectors would refuse to work with this library, keeping their collection to themselves, and more often than not, the lack of communication would hinder the progress and development of the library even more. Nevertheless, the Kashif al-Ghita Library has managed to build one of the largest collections of original manuscripts and provides free access to all.
تعتبر الوثائق المصدر الأساسي للباحث حيث هي تكون المادة الأولية، ونظرا لأهميتها قد قامت مؤسسة كاشف الغطاء بإنشاء قسم خاص بها، ويحتوي هذا القسم على الملايين من الوثائق يتم حفظها وتصويرها. بعد ذلك يتم تصنيفها على شكل مواضيع من الوثائق السياسية والإجازات وغير ذلك من المواضيع الأخرى، مراسلات إلى آخره، حوالي 20 موضوع تم فهرستها. ويحتوي هذا القسم على الملايين من الوثائق. من الوثائق المهمة إجازات بخط الشيخ الطوسي وغير ذلك، بالإضافة إلى أنه توجد أمور سياسية وفتاوى، وتم الحصول على الأرشيف البريطاني حيث المخصوص بالنجف الأشرف، حيث يحتوي هذا الأرشيف على ما جرى من أحداث في النجف في زمان ثورة العشرين وإلى إنشاء الحكومة الملكية والحرب عام 1916 بين الثوار في النجف الأشرف وبريطانيا عندما أرادت الهجوم، وأفتى العلماء بالجهاد. كلها هذه أمور موثقة موجودة في هذا القسم تم الحفاظ عليها. وقام هذا القسم بأعمال كبيرة، أول موسوعة وثائقية في تاريخ التشيع أو العالمي، حيث يتم عرض الوثيقة بالإضافة إلى العنوان المخصوص بتلك الوثيقة. إلى الآن 8 مجلدات تم طبع هذه الموسوعة. فد عدد خاص جدا مهم هو موسوعة بحمدون سميناه. هذا مؤتمر أقيم في لبنان ضم جميع مفكرين العالم، وأول مرة في تاريخ العالمي يحضر من مجتهدي شيعة النجف في ذلك المؤتمر. وتم الحفاظ على تلك الوثائق ونشرها في موسوعة خاصة سوف تقدم لكم إن شاء الله. من هذه الوثائق وثائق تكون مراسلة بين جمعية الشرق الأوسط بالإضافة إلى علماء النجف الأشرف، وما دار في ذلك المؤتمر من التعاون الإسلامي مع الأديان الأخرى ونبذ الطائفية. في عام 1954 أقيم ذاك، فكأنه سميناه بالبداية أنه حوار الحضارات. من ذاك الوقت كان وبجهد من علماء النجف الأشراف، بالإضافة إلى وجود وثائق عثمانية ووثائق من الدولة القاجارية ومراسلات بين العلماء. فهذا القسم مفتوح للباحثين للاستفادة منه، ويقدم جميع الخدمات لجميع الباحثين على مختلف المستويات من رسائل ماجستير ورسائل دكتوراه إلى غير ذلك.
Just like many other libraries that I visited here in Najaf, we will notice that the books are not only Islamic books. In fact, we have علم السياسة, politics, علم الطب, medicine, and even علوم عامة, general sciences, as well as ilm al-iqtisad, economics. The library again does not consist of only Islamic books, but also other general sciences.
نشاطات المكتبة، رواد المكتبة من طلبة الحوزة العلمية بالدرجة الأولى وطلبة الجامعات، خصوصا الباحثين على نيل درجة الماجستير والدكتوراه وبحث التخرج، وأيضا هناك من المثقفين والشخصيات العراقية أيضا ترتاد هذه المكتبة. بدأت الخطوات الجديدة الآن بإضافة قسم المخطوطات الذي هو تم العمل عليه بشكل أكثر حيويا، وهي أرشفت جميع مكتبة كاشف الغطاء على مخطوطات مكتبة كاشف الغطاء على النظام الرقمي، ثم توسع العمل إلى أن ينال مكتبات النجف الأشرف، ثم تطور العمل إلى أن يصل تتبنى المكتبة كل مخطوطات العراق. وهذا المشروع يعني تاريخ تأسيسه من سنة 1993 ميلادي، يعني قرابة أكثر من 18 سنة العمل الجاري عليه. وصل عدد المخطوطات المصورة إلى ما يربو عن 45,000 نسخة خطية. هي نسخ نادرة غير مفهرسة، باعتبار أن النسخ الخطية النادرة للعراق تعتبر نسخ بكر لم يطلع عليها الأحد، وغير مفهرسة بسبب الأنظمة الجائرة المتعاقبة على العراق والغير مهتمة بالتراث المخطوط العراقي. وبحمد الله أصدرنا دليل للمخطوطات يحوي على 8,000 نسخة، والآن العمل جاري على إصدار الفهرسة الجديدة وهي 15,000 نسخة خطية. النسخ الخطية أولها هي نسخ مكتبة كاشف الغطاء، وتوزعت أغلب مكتبات ومجموعة من مكتبات العراق، أذكر بها مثلا مكتبة الإمام الحسن، مكتبة الجامعة الدينية في النجف، مكتبة السادة آل الحجة، آل بحر العلوم، وغيرهم من العوائل الدينية. ولم يختصر العمل كما ذكرت على النجف، بل إلى كل محافظات العراق أغلبها، بغداد مكتبة سيد هبة الدين الشهرستاني، مخطوطات حسين علي محفوظ في بغداد، مخطوطات المجمع العلمي العراقي، مخطوطات المركز الوطني العراقي للمخطوطات، وحتى البصرة مخطوطات البصرة، مخطوطات الحلة، مخطوطات كربلاء. حقيقة مخطوطات العراق تعاني ما تعاني من الإهمال وعدم الأرشفة، وإن شاء الله نخطو هذه الخطوات للسعي لتطوير مخطوطات العراق، والأهم شيء هو أرشفة هذه المخطوطات وحفظ مضامينها، باعتبار أن المؤلف ألف هذه النسخ الخطية، آلاف المؤلفين تعبوا أرهقوا أجسامهم وعقولهم على مر سنين حتى كتبوا هذه المخطوطات لكي تصل إلينا. فإذا كان الإهمال من الدولة أو من الأشخاص في إتلاف هذا التراث، تكون حياة أولئك العلماء قد ذهبت هباء منثورا لعدم الاستفادة مما أفنوا عمرهم في تأليفه.
This department, they look after the manuscripts. If there's any damages to the manuscripts, they try to, using experts here, they try to make sure that these are fixed, or these are, their damage is limited. And in the next room, what they try and do is put these manuscripts into a database. We have come to the room where they put the manuscripts into the computer, into a database. Of course, this room is quite small, but because of some refurbishments happening in the library right now, they've taken this room, but hopefully there will be a bigger room for this department, because there are many manuscripts, some dating back to maybe 900 to 1,000 years, belonging to Sheikh Al-Tusi. And over here is where they upload or scan each page and upload it onto their server for students and researchers from abroad to benefit from the manuscripts in this library. A book that's been published in this library is one that has some of the manuscripts in the library. This was published as part of Najaf being the capital city in 2012 of the Islamic world after it was picked by the Islamic countries. And what this book has is some of the famous manuscripts in this library.
In a famous story narrated about Sheikh Jaffer Kashif al-Ghita, on one occasion while distributing money to the poor in the mosque, Sheikh Kashif al-Ghita had given away all that he had when a poor man approached and asked for some money. The Sheikh apologized and said, "I've distributed all that I had." The poor man became very angry. He replied, "What do you mean you've already distributed all the money?" He shouted at the Sheikh. "I am sorry," responded the Sheikh quietly, "but you came too late, and I have already distributed all the khums money." The crowd in the mosque looked on to see how the man would react, and to their horror, he suddenly spat at the Sheikh's face. A few people ran forward to grab him, but the Sheikh at once held up his hand. With great composure, he wiped the spit from his face and his beard, and turned to the crowd. "This poor Sayyid is in need of assistance," he said. "If this Sheikh's face and beard is worth something to you, you will help alleviate this man's need." The Sheikh held out his cloak and walked around the congregation, and each person dropped a few coins in it. By the time he had returned to the poor man, it was filled with money. The Sheikh emptied all the money in front of the poor man, who began sobbing in regret at the great scholar's patience and forgiving nature.
Ahlul Bayt TV, the holy household for every household.